Let's switch gears and talk about housing, because the housing affordability crisis has reached a point where most young people can only buy homes with help from mom and dad. You look at Manhattan real estate, it has seen a 28% rise in home sales involving trusts in 2024. And now some wealthy TikTokers are embracing their status as so-called Nepo babies in what's become a viral trend. Let's bring in one of New York City's top brokers, Katzen, founder of the Katzen team at Douglas Elliman. She's here now live in studio. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can you give us a sense, what are the numbers that back up this idea that first-time home buyers are leaning on their parents' bank account to be able to make their purchases?
I think we're seeing that it's so far out of reach in terms of the age that's now entering. It's like the average age now is 38 versus 22 many 3 decades ago. And I think what we're finding is that the high-cost cities make it very difficult to make it work with just one income. So having that generational wealth to back it makes a huge difference. It allows you to enter fast, compete, go higher on the offer. It's a very different game when you have it.
Are we talking about apartments? You mentioned cities, starter homes, or the homes that families grow into as their family gets bigger to accommodate the growing family that they're hoping to raise?
I think the entry market is the most impacted, and I think those are the ones that are becoming the Nepo babies in general. I think not having that is a very big challenge in high-cost cities.
How many of your transactions specifically are you seeing? And I know you kind of deal with maybe a little bit of a higher-end consumer.
I do it all.
Yeah, okay.
I would say about 60% over the past 2 years have been parents buying or with children.
I am curious, though. I mean, I feel like over the years, and I'm talking over decades, there's always been some element of that, particularly for first-time home buyers. We've seen this a lot. If you have even not just at the high-income level, even if you're middle class, there's always that, maybe your parents help you out with the closing costs or something like that, or if you're wealthier, maybe they just, give you the whole shebang. Is it really a trend now where we are going to see a much higher concentration of home sales that are being facilitated by the parents of those folks buying them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the cost of living.
Yeah.
I think that when you have tariff discussions and rate increases, it curbs the capacity to get in at a price point that is mainstream market.
But what does that mean then for the real estate market? Because I mean, there's only so much of that to go around, right? I mean, when we talk about the parents who have the means to do that, I don't know what the exact national numbers would be, but I would assume it's a small percentage.
Well, I guess the question is high-cost markets require more support. That's why you're finding people who are priced out land up going to better quality of life cities.
Gotcha.
So here's a question. When parents are helping their kids buy these homes, are the parents' names on the property as well, or is it all in the kids' names, or is it through trusts entirely?
So there's a big trend. I mean, 40% of the deals we're doing right now are either LLC or trust. And I think it's more than just parents buying for children. It's also setting out the foundation for generational wealth.
Got it. Does this mean that these are all cash transactions, or are even these LLCs and trusts using 30-year mortgages?
They are probably not doing 30 all of the time. They're doing 10-year. But what you're finding is that if they can get the child or working professional that needs the help.
Working professional and child.
That's right, with luck. You can actually sign on to the mortgage, which means that they now start creating their own credit and setting their own impact in the world of ownership.
All right, Frances, a really fascinating report. Always great insights out of you, Katzen, over at Douglas Elliman. And when we